Today I want to talk to you all about some things that I am looking forward to see on Princess cruise ships as we work up to the implementation of that brand new Premier Package update. We've got only 8 days left until we get on the beautiful Enchanted Princess for our Love Boat cruise, and I've got some updates for that as well. We also need to talk about where in the world is the Coral Princess, and finally, it seems like Eclipse Cruises is the bandwagon that all the cruise lines are jumping on. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Thursday, it is August 22nd of 2024, and I want to start at the top talking to you about the big changes that I am anticipating seeing on Princess cruise ships as they implement that new Premier Package. So it's really been something that everyone's been talking about is the price of the Premier Package has gone from $80 a day to $90 a day, and with that they say unlimited beverages. They were pretty close to unlimited before, but the really big news with this update is that specialty dining is now unlimited with that package. That is like taking all of the people who live in the town with you and inviting them to your dinner party when you've used to been hosting just your neighborhood at your dinner parties. That's kind of how I equate it in my mind. And so I have thought about what it would mean if I were to accommodate a lot more people for dinner every evening. I would need to know that I need to prepare a lot more of the food that has been I've been already preparing for people. I would know that I need maybe more seating space to be able to accommodate everyone. I need more people to be able to take good care of all of my guests, and I need to really work hard to make sure that my product does not isn't watered down, that everyone still comes, has an absolutely delicious dinner, and enjoys themselves every evening and is well taken care of. So when I think about that, here are some of the things that I am really looking forward to hearing from all of you who are on a Princess cruise, okay? The very first ship that the new Premier Package is going to be implemented on is the Enchanted Princess. I'm so excited I get to be on board. That is going to start off on August 31st. Right behind it there, September 1st, we've got the Majestic and the Sky Princesses. The second is the Crown Princess. The third is the Ruby. The fourth is the Grand. On September 7th, which is only a week, 1 week after the Enchanted Princess kicks it off, we have 3 more ships. They're going to have the Emerald, the Discovery, and the Sun Princess, and it just goes on from there, but they all roll out pretty quickly. And so I want you to let me know if you notice anything moving around, if we're getting more tables in, if seems like more crew is coming to take care of people in those venues. It's going to be hard to the night comes of it, but I would expect to see some things in commotion as they prepare for this. As far as I am really interested to see if they add more tables. They're going to have to add more tables or else figure out how to have people eat faster. The other thing that goes with that is having the specialty restaurants open during the day, for lunchtime, during the afternoon, as well as in the evening time. So let me know if you notice any of that. I know it's just around the corner, but you would think they would start practicing, right? And so let me know what you see about that. In addition, let me tell you about some things about the Love Boat cruise, and stick with me because if you're not going on the Love Boat cruise, because Princess is going to do another Love Boat cruise. I don't know when, but they love the Love Boat TV show. Everyone that would book the Love Boat cruise for that theme remembers the TV show from when we were growing up. It was how a lot of us heard about cruising. It's why a lot of us cruise, was because of the Love Boat TV show, and Princess has kept a lot of the themes from that show. Their theme song is a theme song from the Love Boat TV show. So many things from that Love Boat TV show are intertwined into Princess's cruise culture. So here are a few things I want to let you know. There are not a lot of Love Boat activities on this ship, even though it is a Love Boat themed cruise. So embarkation day, nothing to do with Love Boat. The second day, which is our first day at sea, 10 a.m. in the Princess Theater for an hour from 10 to 11. They are going to have the cast members of the TV show there to share their memories, happy things that they remember about their time together filming that show. And then from 11:15 to 12:15 in the Take 5 Lounge, they're going to have the meet and greet where people can come, meet the cast, get their photos with them if they would like to. And then at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, this does not include the cast members, but they're going to show a Love Boat TV show up on Movies Under the Stars, and that does happen here and there during the cruise, but that is all until the very last day, clear last day of the cruise. That sea day, 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. is when they have scheduled the vow renewal. Now, the vow renewal is a really big deal. I remember it on the Discovery Princess during the last Love Boat cruise. That piazza was packed with guests who wanted to do the vow renewal. Is a really big deal. I'm really a little bit surprised that they left it until the very last day, 4:30 to 5:30, during like dinner time starts at 5 p.m. in the main dining room. And so I'm really surprised that they left it that late. I looked at the schedule of events for the rest of that sea day, and they could have done it earlier in the day if they'd have wanted. But anyway, that's where we're going to be at 4:30 in the afternoon. The hard thing is our group dining time is at 5:20. As a result, the night before, I am going to go ahead and give all of our crew members who take good care of us for our group and everything, I am going to give them the tips that I give them extra. Gordon and I give them. We're going to do it the night before in case we are not able to make it to dinner that evening, because with the vow renewal being at 4:30, I think it's going to impact a lot of people's dinner time. I wish they would move it up a little bit, but I'm not in charge of that. So just wanted to let you all know about that. And then that is the end of what they have got going for the Love Boat cruise. Also, I'm a little surprised because, you know, it used to be when you went on a cruise, they would tell you to have your luggage out in the hall the night before, like at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. It was always really late. On our last cruise, it was 8 p.m. is when they wanted your luggage out there. Now, they do come by later. Just so you know, they're not going to leave your luggage there. But anyway, that's where we stand with the Love Boat cruise. You never know if they're going to throw any surprises in. On the last Love Boat cruise, Duvall was the cruise director, and I was fortunate enough to be able to speak with him for a few minutes while we were on that cruise. And they did add in a couple of other events with the cast, and he said that they really had misjudged how many people were interested in that whole Love Boat theme on that cruise. So maybe they will do it on this cruise. The other thought I had is maybe they have lots more of events scheduled for people who paid for that $495 person Love Boat special ticket pass thing. And so I'll just let you know what happens when we're on board the ship. Now let's talk about those Eclipse cruises. I think this is a really big deal. Now, if you are new around here, in April, we went on the Discovery Princess. And when that cruise was first announced, it was billed as the Eclipse cruise. And we were out to sea just about 100 or so miles off the coast of Mazatlan to watch the eclipse. It was phenomenal. It's one of those experiences in my life I am never going to forget. And that whole cruise, Princess hit it out of the ballpark. I don't know if you remember, but Princess was the only cruise line that sold cruises until Holland America jumped on the bandwagon quite late with one of theirs. It was like a 22-day, though, cruise that went to Hawaii as well. They just added on to go down for the eclipse. They were the only ones out there. They had Discovery Princess, and then once the demand was so great for the Discovery, they added the Emerald Princess. And so those two ships were out there. And both, guess who were on the Emerald as well as us being on board the Discovery? Princess hit it out of the ballpark. They had people on board to talk to us that was their specialty, offered a lot of really fun things, like when we're out waiting on the deck so that we would have a spot to watch the eclipse. They came around not only with water and sunscreen to keep everyone cool, but they had eclipse cookies. They had the Ritz crackers, which were kind of like, remember when they used to tell you to poke a pinhole in a piece of cardboard so that you could look and see how much the moon was covering the sun for an eclipse? Turns out a Ritz cracker does the same thing. So they just did lots of fun things. The whole cruise was really special. And so as soon as Princess could announce, they announced their 2026 Eclipse cruise. And right about that same time, Cunard announced that their 2 cruises. They have one that you will be viewing the Eclipse from Spain, which is where the Sky Princess will be viewing it from, as well as one that will have the viewing up in Iceland. So that was announced. And then not too long ago, Holland America announced 3 Eclipse cruises. So they jumped on board. Virgin Voyages, I heard, is announcing one. And then Carnival just announced that the Carnival Legend is going to be sailing from Dover, England on August 9th for an Eclipse cruise as well. With all of these different cruise lines hopping on that bandwagon, there's a few things that really stand out to me and I want you to be aware of. First of all, clearly there's a lot of demand for this. People love to go on special cruises. They really do. And especially for natural phenomena that happen like this, like an eclipse, it's such a big deal. I will never ever forget standing there on the deck of the Discovery Princess watching that total solar eclipse. It was truly a moment in time, and it was extra special for me to get to be on the ocean for it. So when I think of going on an Eclipse cruise, I am very excited to go again. I'm very excited because we're taking a group with us. We're going to have a really special time and a really fun time together. Now, what I want you to remember, though, is when you look at these different cruise lines, you're going to have a different experience on board every cruise ship because the vibe is different, right? Cunard is a different vibe than Princess, than Holland America, than Carnival, than Virgin, all of them. And who else knows who is going to jump on the bandwagon as well. So make sure that you choose your cruise based on not only on itinerary and not only the fact that you're going to see the eclipse, but truly on what you're going to enjoy about the cruise for the rest of the voyage, right? I am really excited about the itinerary that Princess has. They've done a really good job with that. And I know that they know how to do Eclipse cruises. I know that we're going to get on board and have a wonderful time. When we were just on the Discovery Princess to Alaska, I had the pleasure of meeting Captain Ruggiero again. He is the captain who was the captain on the Discovery Princess when we were on for the Eclipse cruise in April. And I asked him if he would want to be the captain for the next Eclipse cruise, and he's like, well, of course. But of course, they don't know yet who that captain's going to be. But it was just such a special experience. He remembered right off. I told him we were on board, and he remembered that cruise. It's 1 in a million to get to be on that. So a few things. I would encourage you to go on an Eclipse cruise if you can go. It is really a very special way to see an Eclipse cruise. Choose the cruise line that you are just going to love being on board. And if you love Princess and want to come with us, I've got 1 mini suite left in our group. And then I noticed the other day that there are some interiors left on board. So if you end up wanting to go, just send me an email, or if you want to go on another cruise line, you can send me an email as well, and I'd be delighted to help you. The third thing I want to talk about here is, where is the Coral Princess? The Coral Princess is special in my mind right now. Gordon and I sailed on her to Antarctica, but next February we're having a group cruise. We're going from Los Angeles to Fort Lauderdale through the Panama Canal. The Coral Princess just barely returned to Sydney, Australia at the end of their world cruise. And to me, what a special arrival that surely must be for everyone who was on board of that ship at that time. So the Coral Princess is going to sail a 10-night cruise, I believe it is, on the Coral Coast of Australia. And then they will also be heading up on a Trans-Pacific up to Asia. Then she will be returning to be able to be here for the 2024-2025 winter season there. And she will be sailing, like I said, between Los Angeles and Fort Lauderdale back and forth to do that transit of the Panama Canal in the historic locks. I am really so excited about that. And I think it's really cool when a ship that has been sailing, she pretty much since the beginning of, once we got back from COVID, has been sailing in the South Pacific. So it's really special that she'll be coming back, and it'll be really fun to take you with us when we go. So let me know if you've got any questions on that. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We are trying to get to 25,000 subscribers before we get on the Enchanted Princess. That only gives us 8 more days. So if you haven't subscribed yet, will you please hit that subscribe button? You're going to want to keep up to date with everything anyway, and this way you won't miss any videos. And then if you appreciate my updates, will you also please give this video a thumbs up? Thanks so very much. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.